Hello one and all, this is Wolfstar Gaming, it's Anton, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time we got into a very interesting segment where we finally got to meet the quote-unquote ghost girl. And, you know, when I was going through all of it in editing, I'm like, this is an awfully long video, and I'm like, should I split the video up into two parts? And for the life of me, I couldn't come to do that with that video. I just couldn't really get myself to do that because I felt that it would have been, I don't know, like a little, how do I want to put it? A little cruel in a way, because it was just too interesting to split up. And, you know, I was like thinking about it, and I was like, I could split it up and do a cliffhanger of an ending. But I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'll just keep it as one video. And boy, it almost wound up being 2 hours long. So, it was so very interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed myself last time. And last we actually left off, we switched over to the point of view of Hidaka Hiromu, Subaru's father, which is very interesting. I really wonder what is going on in his head. It's like so far we've been getting the inner monologues of, you know, high school students, primarily. I mean, we did get that one perspective from Mizuka earlier, but this is the first time we're getting into a perspective from one of the characters' parents, or at least their father anyway. So this, I feel like this should be rather interesting. I haven't really come up for a voice for Hiromu. Let's see here. He's kind of gruff. By the time I return home from fishing, it's just before noon. I've been getting home around this time for years now. A decade ago, I'd usually be back after noon. The reason is simple. Recently, the catches have been underwhelming, and compared to a decade ago, my earnings have fallen by almost half. After all that wasted effort, I find myself dragging my feet before sitting on the tatami mat. There's already a cold bottle of beer on the table for me. Did Subaru get that for him? Leave it there for him? I always have a beer after returning from fishing. It's my daily custom. Okay. My wife is hurriedly preparing lunch in the kitchen. Oh. His wife must have left it there for him then. There's no sign of my parents who live with us. Oh. So it's Subaru's parents and grandparents who they all live together. Okay. They must be working out in the fields. Are we gonna meet them? I take a pack of cigarettes out from my pocket for a smoke, but there's none left inside. Put the cigarettes away. Quit smoking. It's like I am a staunch advocate for not smoking. And actually, I don't even like the smell of cigarettes. Whether it's a cigarette that's someone is smoking outside, or even just the after smell. I hate the smell, and I swear it's like almost a sensitivity for me now. It didn't used to bother me as much when I was a little younger, but I swear as I'm getting older, it's become much more of a sensitivity for me. And I'm not really around smokers, but the times when, like my coworkers smoke when I'm, outside, from loading, and as well as, with the customers, it's like, I almost want to tell them to put the cigarette out, but I don't want to be rude. Especially with it being a customer, so I'm like, it's like I better bite my lip. Otherwise I feel like they would complain or something. Kind of got off on a tangent there, but it's like I'm very against smoking.
Oi! Tabako!
Hi!
Doe? Doe. Is that how you say that? The response from my wife in the kitchen is delayed. She sounds like she can't stop what she's doing.
はい、自分で取ってくる。
Irritated, I stand up and head to the shelf by the entrance where the cart is stored. On the way, I pass by my son's room. The sliding door is open. Is Subaru home? For some reason, I stop. My son Subaru is at school around this time. Okay. I can't remember what time it was when it switched over to Hiromu. And so naturally, he isn't in his room. Unless my morning fishing trip gets cancelled, I never see my son during the morning hours. I'm concerned, as Subaru has been acting strangely ever since he went to Kagoshima at the end of June. With going ever since he got back from the Robo 1 event, yeah. He's been somewhat restless, unable to focus even. In particular, I've noticed that he's been avoiding making eye contact with me. I mean, his parents don't know that he is going to Tokyo for the Robo 1 event. Do they? I feel like that if they did, his parents wouldn't be very understanding about Subaru's hobbies, especially from the time that we were getting the point of view from Subaru at home. And I remember his dad was being like, don't pursue your dreams. And of course, Subaru's dreams does involve robots, so it's like they would not be very understanding with his hobbies with that. So it's a little unfortunate that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we only got that from his father. We haven't really met Subaru's mother. I kind of want to get her input about Subaru's hobbies. When I ask my wife if she knows anything, she just gives me stupid answers like that he's just at that age. I mean, he is. As his father, I'm a little concerned. After he graduates, it'd be an issue if he didn't come fishing with me. How would that be an issue exactly? Oh, wait. He probably wants Subaru to, kind of be in the family business. Yeah, that would make more sense, especially with how he was talking to his son last time. He's inheriting my work after all. Yeah, just as I thought. My wife wants to send him to college, but we don't have the money for that. So Subaru's mother wants her son to succeed, but Subaru's father just wants Subaru to work, inherit his work, as he's putting it here. It's like, which is the best way to go for Subaru? It's like, how does he feel about this? It's like, does Subaru want to go to college? Or does he want to work with his father and inherit his work? I'm pretty sure he has quite a dilemma with these two options. That's why I'm especially concerned about my son's distant attitude. There was a time when Subaru was extremely rebellious. Rebellious? Rebellious how exactly? Alright, Subaru, I mean, aside from his, alter ego, Mr. Pleiades, I don't really see Subaru as the, stereotypical rebellious teen. He said he wanted to go to university for robot engineering. But I naturally opposed this, fiercely. Go away, Siri. I swear. Certain things I say when I'm LPing sounds like, hey Siri. There she goes again. Go away. It's like and when it happens, the audio just cuts out from my game when she comes up on my laptop. Oh my god. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, go away, Siri. Oh god. Okay. So, since that's happened once before, I'm worried he might say something ridiculous again. Yeah, his father has a very clear-cut view about what his son should be doing. He doesn't want his son to go to college. But Subaru wants to be a robot engineer. I guess that's his dream. For reasons I don't really know, I enter my son's room. It's a tidy and clean room with a few personal decorations to speak of. In fact, it's so clean that I find it hard to believe it belongs to a young man his age. Point of fact here, I mean, when I was, like a kid, like, younger than a teenager, I remember my room being completely messy. So much so that you could barely see the carpet underneath. But I learned the value of cleaning up after yourself while still at a young age. So from, I want to say, early to mid-teens, I have kept pretty clean, tidy, and with my stuff. And I'm very organized too. It's like I have all my video games, movies, as well as CDs, alphabetical order. I like it things orderly. And I'll nest a little bit, but I will eventually, clean up around my immediate space. So, that's just how I work as an adult now. My son can be pretty responsible in some ways. I can see that. He's completely different than me in that sense. He must get that from his mother. Every child is a reflection of their parents in some way or another. I mean, they'll have their own individuality, but there will always be certain sides to, their son or daughter that will be inherently, their mother or their father. What's wrong, Hiromu? What am I doing, snooping around my son's room? What am I, a jilted lover? Okay, that's kind of funny. What's the point of this? Subaru once made me a promise. What's this promise? He said that after he graduates, he'd inherit my work. I have a feeling he just kind of said that as an agreement, not so much as, an absolute want or need on Subaru's behalf. More than likely, he said that he'd inherit his father's work just to make his father happy. It's like, Subaru has many sides to him, doesn't he? Isn't it a father's duty to trust his son? I mean, that's the most important thing within a family, is trust. And if you break that trust, it's very hard to get that back. I sigh, then begin to take my leave. Just then, a piece of paper sticking out of a textbook on his study desk enters my line of sight. My son's room is tidy, so this one thing stands out like a sore thumb. It draws my attention. Without thinking too much, I pull the piece of paper out. I mean, he's not inherently snooping, but this could be seen as him snooping in trying to figure out what is going on with his son. And if Subaru were to walk in and find his father there looking at his stuff, it's like, what would Subaru say? How would he react? I have a feeling it wouldn't be a pretty picture. I assumed it was a test sheet or something, but it isn't. What is it? Oh, this. It's this. Subaru's proposal to Akiho. Huh. Of course he would save this. In my son's handwriting is a list of difficult words. I mean, what difficult words are here? I mean, I don't really see any difficult words, really. I mean, maybe it's different in Japanese, but in English? Almost like some kind of code. Code. I'm a fisherman, so I ain't too educated. Did he never finish, his education when he was growing up? I have no idea what any of this says. Yeah, I'm beginning to think now that he left school at a young age and never went back. Most likely because of his own father. but I do know what he's writing about.
ロボットか。
Yeah, robots, yes. That was kind of interesting. Huh. I kind of get the feeling that at some point, Hiromu is going to confront his son about this. I kind of get that feeling. But at the same time, you know, it would show Subaru that, you know, his father kind of quote-unquote rifled through his stuff. Which you really shouldn't do with family members, you know?
混乱に乗じて、密かに、緩やかに、完膚なきまでに、人類社会を崩壊させる計画が実行されてしまう恐れがあるのだ。
Oh, what exactly are we talking about here? Mass behind chaos? A plan to destroy human society as we know it? What? What's going on here? Oh, have I looked at the geotags here? Oh, whoa.
どう?
I accidentally skipped that. I pressed the wrong button. Let me... Give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Sorry about that. I meant to bring up... I can't bring up my phone droid. Dang it. Okay, never mind then. But still, I did accidentally skip stuff. Daitaku-san is reading the text on my phone droid's screen out loud. That's why I can't bring up my phone droid, because Junna has it. Of course. I figured an urban legend maniac like her might know something. I mean, that's fair, actually. I mean, given that, you know, with meeting an AI, that's not exactly urban legend material, but it doesn't hurt. In the end, curiosity got the best of me, and I read all of the Kimijima report. Okay. Now, this is what I accidentally skipped through. This is a backup report in the event that I am killed. Okay. I have been threatened by someone. Ooh. Threatened by who? They are cleverly hiding themselves, but I sense their psychological mental pressure. I have a high chance of being attacked by an electromagnetic wave weapon. Ooh, interesting. So that electromagnetic wave weapon, so like an EMP? I do not know when you are reading this. One world order may have already been formed. A world order? This is getting more and more interesting. Nonetheless, I am most likely no longer a part of this world. So I will leave the truth I know here. No longer a part of this world. So, what, he was like transported or exiled or kill or well, no. If he was killed, he. I'm trying to think about this. If he was killed, then if he's no longer a part of this world, so he was like killed in this world, and then his body was sent to some other world. Like, I mean, what would this other world be? I mean, the possibilities are endless when you really sit down and think about it. NASA is hiding the important truth from the public and has refused to report it. NASA, really? The Ulysses project was not just about researching the sun. In November 2000, while studying from the Antarctic Circle, they saw an indescribable situation occurring in the magnetic activity. They discovered a magnetic monopole like the monopoles described in sci-fi. Monopole. I don't know what a monopole is. I've never heard of that. And this... oh, wait a minute. I just had a thought. This electromagnetic wave weapon? I wonder if this... I want to call it an EMP, just to keep it simple. This EMP is used in Uchagaoka Park, right? That would explain Kaito's phone glitching out. So, what is it, the station there? Maybe it's not as abandoned as it's supposed to be. If that's the case. Oh, my mind is really churning with this report. Let's see. What do I leave off here? However, NASA blew it off saying it was fake. They used media all over the world to broadcast propaganda that made people think the leaked truth was a lie. This incident of information control was no doubt operated by the Tavistock. I want to say that you say that as Tavistock Institute. In the end, their propaganda succeeded. As of the current year, 2009, the discovery of the monopole has stooped to the level of an urban legend. Oh, there's our urban legend. That's why he went to see Junna. Okay. However, this is the truth. The sun is coming close to exploding? What? So what? This is gonna turn into The Core? The sci-fi movie? That came out, what was it, early 2000s I think it was? At least that's how I kind of remember the movie as, anyway. It's been such a long time since I've watched the movie. The science predicts The science predicts multiple major solar disturbances will occur in 2012, 2015, 2019, and 2020. These will severely affect Earth and the geomagnetosphere. That's a word. That's kind of a mouthful. If you think I am lying, look up at the night sky past the year 2012. Okay, so it's past that year. So, is he talking about the Northern Lights then? You'll see auroras, there we go, occurring all over the world. All over the world, okay. NASA knows the important details regarding the solar disturbance of... Wait. NASA knows the important details regarding the solar disturbance forecast. Okay, for a second there I thought there was a typo. But will probably cover it up due to pressure from an organization. The solar disturbance in 2012 will be said to not have happened. There will be an organization that will use the solar disturbance as part of a terrorist plot. Ooh. How does that work exactly? How do you use solar disturbances? Like solar flares. How do you use that as part of a terrorist plot? That's very interesting. In 2015, an extremely large solar disturbance will hit. Oh. And that was when Kaito and Akiho were on the ferry, and all those people got just passed out because of that. Because of a solar flare, right? Some kind of solar something. So that was... Yeah. Okay. So that ties to Kaito and Akiho. Okay. As well as everyone else that was involved in that incident. Warnings won't mean anything. You can't stop it unless you prosecute them. An unseen force that can cause a global crisis will come without anyone knowing. Huh. A global crisis, huh? I feel like that is very prevalent in the real world right now. No information will be provided. Many people will be killed. Like how many people are we talking? Like thousands, millions, billions? But that is only the beginning. The greater threat is a plan that will destroy human society completely. Wow. Every single human on Earth. That makes me think of another. That really does make me think of another game that is a little similar in that respect. Huh. The contents of the report struck me as something that Daitoku-san would be into. Especially since it brought up the term urban legend, right?
どう？
なんだか難しい内容だね。
It is, isn't it?
なんかさ、妄想炸裂って感じがするわけよ。
It does kind of seem like that, yeah. I mean, it seems very out there, for sure. Whether it's true or not is another thing. The only thing that we know for sure that's true is the solar incident that in 2015 that caused everyone on that ferry, including Kaito and Akio, to just, pass out and come back with whatever strange ability they might have. Kind of sounds like a television show I've watched a little bit of, called the 4400.
でもオーロラのことについて書かれてあるけど、これ当たってるよ。
Oh yeah, the aurora. Yeah, that's the other thing that it would be correct as well. Okay, so those two things for sure are correct in this report. But what about everything else, though? She's right. It is. Since 2012, the sun has been highly active. This made the aurora visible at even lower latitudes. Latitude used to indicate coordinates on Earth. Latitude lines run parallel to the equator. Setting the equator to 0 degrees, it is separated into north and south by 180 degrees each. The North Pole is 90 degrees north and the South Pole is 90 degrees south. Latitude is compared with the lines that run vertically to the equator known as longitude. A refresher of what latitude is. And propaganda, I guess I missed that one. I saw latitude pop up, but not propaganda. A promotion with a specific intention behind it. Most of them are from earlier either religious or political causes. This tactic has been used since the Roman days. Didn't know that. After both world wars in the 20th century, this promotion tactic has grown craftier. Nowadays, it's gotten out of hand, really. If this file really was written in 2009, that means it accurately predicted what happened. With 2 points, yes, that we know for sure.
あと太陽嵐のことも。
あ、そうだよ。2015年だったよね。コンピューターとかが世界中で故障したのって。
All around the world, really.
15年クラッシュでしょ？
Crash of 15. That was brought up before, wasn't it? But we didn't really know the details about it. So we're getting the details of that now. Huh. Okay.
でも、レポートに書かれてる内容はこうだ。
Are they?
12年、15年、 19年、20年に太陽嵐で深刻な被害が出るってね。
Right, yeah. I mean, it hasn't... The world hasn't... The world... I meant to say the year hasn't turned over to 2020 in-game yet. I mean, it's in the middle of the year. So, what is going to happen in 2019 here?
実際には12年には大きな被害は出てないんだ。
There wasn't. Okay. Indeed, nothing happened. Maybe not in Tanegashima, but maybe somewhere else?
2012年って私たちが子供の頃結構話題になってたよね。マヤの暦が終わる年だったからそれと結びつけて地球は滅びちゃうんだっていう終末論をよくやってた。
Okay, we're getting into the Mayan calendar. Alright. Yeah, that was a hot topic of debate back then, even in the real world here. So I still remember there was a movie that came out called 2012. That's one I haven't seen. I remember hearing about it, but I was kind of on the fence about actually watching it because I had heard that it was kind of bad. But I don't really put too much stock into other people's opinions about a movie. Maya, an ancient civilization that lasted over thousands of years, originated in current Mexico and Guatemala area in 2600 BC. It is a mystery how it started and ended. They built pyramids and jungles and discovered the concept of the number 0. The Mayan calendar ends in December of 2012, and rumors spread that the world would come to an end as well. Those rumors were very popular in Japan in the 2000s. The rumors were really popular in Japan in the real world? Interesting. Yeah, I mean the Mayan culture was such a interesting and different time, and I don't really know too much about that time period. The only little bit about it I know is because of another movie. Apocalypto. It's Mel Gibson directed it, and it's kind of like a foreign movie as all the dialogue in it is spoken in Mayan, in the Mayan tongue. It's a very interesting movie, and it's one. I think it's one worth watching, just for the kind of glimpse into a little bit of history. I mean, it's historical fiction with a movie like that, but I still think it's worth watching, and it's a movie I would recommend.
2012年滅亡説を題材にしてね、ハリウッド映画なんかも作られたぐらいだし。
Yes, like 2012. But nothing actually happened. And nothing happened in the real world, but maybe in game something did happen, but it but it didn't happen in Tanegashima. That's the only thing I can think of.
ちなみに今年はもう7月も途中だけど、太陽嵐のニュースとかって見た？
ない。逆に全くないっていうのがちょっと怖いかな。隠蔽されるってそのレポートにも書いてあるし。
Suppressed. I mean, nothing has happened so far this year in game that would be really noteworthy being a catastrophic event, right? I mean, I say that because the animals that Junna had listed off that were like dying, you know, like the beached whales and what was it, also birds as well. I mean, that's kind of on a smaller scale, nothing really like super catastrophic, you know?
どうかな?
Yes, I'm with Kaito here. I do wonder if that is actually true. Would it even be possible to suppress information from an organization like NASA? Probably not. Though I guess giant organizations with immense sway are often the subject of conspiracy theories. Right, yes. I could see that being as such. As a dude living in the middle of nowhere, it all just seems like silly fantasy tripe. I had to read it like that. The problem with conspiracy theories is that once you start questioning things, it never ends. Very true. And I know someone who believes in conspiracy theories. And I don't know if I can really agree with them on anything they say when it comes to any kind of conspiracy theory out there, whether it was a past one or a more current one. Like an obsession, any trivial thing can be tied to a theory. This is true. At that point, it's just a delusion. It could very much be so, yes.
この短い文章の中に組織の名前がいっぱい出てくるよね。
Not a lot of organizations' names. Not really.
NASA とか、旅ストックとか、とある組織とか、テロ計画をしようとする組織とか。
I mean, the only ones that have an actual name to them are NASA and Tavistock. We don't know what this certain organization name is, or the group that's plotting an act of terrorism. We don't know what their name is, what their group name is, you know.
この中でね、とある組織っていう書き方は、この文章の性質を考えると、なんか変かもって思った。殺されるかもしれないからこっそり誰かに伝えるために残したものなら、これ告発文章でしょ？
In an indictment document. Huh. Okay. So it's like I'm just trying to take all this in and trying to understand it, trying to analyze it, and you know, my brain kind of works a little slow, so it's like it can be a little difficult for me to think of things on the spot when it's, you know, stuff like this. I try my best though.
それなら情報はぼかさないはずだし。
確かにこれじゃ誰に向けて発信しているのか謎だよね。
Yeah. I mean, this report. Who was supposed to get this report exactly? I mean, Airi led Kaito to this report, but this report, I have a feeling, was not really intended for him, but someone needed to find it. I mean, it's been 10 years since, you know, Airi and this report have been kind of dormant in the park and in the station there. So this need, I guess Airi felt that she needed to get someone to learn the truth about what is going on and what happened in the past. And I'm wondering, really, how all of this is going to tie into the overall story of the game, especially since it's a game about robots.
ちなみにさ、これを書いた君島光って人の名前に聞き覚えある？
Daitaku-san shakes her head horizontally in response. I mean, how else would you shake your head? Her smile is somewhat strained.
聞いたことないかな。ごめんなさい。
I figured.
でもね、この文章の内容はよくわからないけど、ヤシオくんがこれを見つけた時の状況は面白いかなって。
I feel the same way, Junna. It is very fascinating. Fascinating? Yes, don't you think so, Kaito?
種子島のあちこちにそんな怪文書が隠されてるかもしれないんでしょ？
I didn't even think of that. I mean, this is this report is titled 01, so there has to be more reports. It's like, how many reports are there for one? For one. And second, where are all the other reports? It's like, are they all at the station at the Uchigaoka Park, or is it spread throughout Tanegashima? I wonder. This report is designated number 1. Yeah. which means there could be a 2 and beyond. Yeah, question is, how many exactly? Not that there's any guarantee of that. True, yeah.
探したくなっちゃうかな。
I want to too, Junna.
探してみたら。手がかりは女の子の幽霊だよ。
Even Kaito's still calling her the ghost girl, Airi.
幽霊じゃなくて、なんとかアプリだって、ヤシオくん言わなかった？
Did Kaito tell her everything? I think it introduced itself as a navigation interface app. I mean, it did lead him there. Okay, so I mean, with my video last time, with my title, you know, Guiding Light, that's how I considered Airi, as just a guiding light. But you know, a navigator works as well.
何にせよ、他のファイルがあるとしたら、その近くにはイルオでしか見えない女の子がうろうろしてる。
そう。
I wonder if Junna has seen her. Well, maybe she hasn't. I have a feeling that if she had, she would say something to Kaito about her. But there is the possibility that she may have heard her, but not seen her.
機会があったら、なんとなく探してみるね。
Daitaku-san's smile is clearly forced. I probably shouldn't expect much.
いらっしゃい。
Hi, Mizuka. This is certainly getting very, very interesting now. Now that I know what the report has to say of itself. There's a lot of things that are food for thought with that report. Oh man. So many things to think about. And I know this may be a bit of a shorter episode, but you know, after last video and the video before, you know, those videos were quite long, and I don't want to go on too terribly much longer this time. So I'm actually going to stop it here, and we'll pick things back up with Mizuka next time. So I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and subscribe to become part of the pack. And don't forget to claw that bell icon so you know when a new video comes out. And as always, everyone, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you may be.